Hello, hello. We are live now. How are you? Okay. How are you? We are live. We want to catch up with the latest immigration news. We got breaking news. So let's get right into it. Hello, how are you? How are you feeling? If you're in the system, let me know in the comments, okay? Hello, how are you? Music, Sour Music TV, how are you? How are you feeling? We want to talk about the latest immigration news. Just waiting for some people to get in the system. How are you? How are you feeling? Let me know in the comment. Okay. So, yes, I'm all right. I'm all right. I'm all right. I just saw the news. I wanted to talk about this news before I stop for today. I just share my great news. Now I want to share about this news before we get into it. Yeah, so there's something going on with us lately. That's the one I wanted to talk about. Let me share my screen first of all. Um, let me share my screen so we can talk about it. Okay, this is breaking news. Says here, ICE begins new nationwide effort to arrest illegal.
Squaring off against
Sorry, let me.
comes next.
Effort to arrest illegal aliens at immigration hearing. Yeah, Americans should expect to see a lot more arrests of migrants at immigration hearing, ICE says. ICE officers have launched a nationwide initiative to begin arresting illegal immigrants at their immigration and asylum hearings. The effort targets illegal immigrants who have been in the U.S. fewer than 2 years. Okay, this is basically they're trying to place into expedite removal. Remember, people have been here for less than 2 years. They want to place them in expedite removal because if a person has been here for less than 2 years, they can be placed in expedite removal. They're going to dismiss their case. Even USCIS will dismiss your case if you have an asylum pending for you've been here for less than 2 years. They can actually dismiss your case and place you in expedite removal and to the flight to deportation. For deportation, because expedite removal simply means that the officer is the one who's going to decide on your deportation. Okay. Says that ICE officers have launched a nationwide initiative beginning arresting illegal immigrants at their immigration asylum hearing. therefore tag illegal who has been here for fewer than 2 years. But you know, with this administration, sometimes they start with people who have been here for fewer than 2 years, and then by mistake they get other individual in the midst of it, because they're making a lot of mistakes with those arrests. Should case arrest the migrant, then place them into expedited deportation proceedings to drop the cases, because migrant cannot be put forward for expedited removal if they have a pending case. So yeah, technically, if you have a pending case, they can place you in expedited removal. I mean, deportation, they can't deport you. So what they're doing is they're going to stop your case, dismiss it, so they can have the right to place you in a deportation flight. Basically, that's what's going on right now. Case that has been, I've talked about expedited removal. If you go on my IG, you will see it, expedited removal. I've talked about it, what it is and how it works. So you can go to my IG, and now more than ever, it's basically important to know all the things that are going on when it comes to removal proceedings. Okay. Hello, Stevenson DS. How are you? I'm feeling this lovely. Okay. So if you have a question, okay, question, comment, please put it in the comment section. We are talking about the latest immigration news. The bad news is that this administration is actually going at immigration hearing to detain and deport. They're going to immigration hearings and they're going to USCIS. And if a person has a criminal, if a person has, let's say, a criminal record, do not apply for U.S. citizenship because you'll be detained. Remember with the Laken Raleigh Act? Yeah, mandatory detention for larceny, like theft crimes. So that's something to keep in mind, okay? What else? Hi, where's the picture of the... Oh, it was on my IG story that when I was there, really, I was on my IG story. It's already gone. It was a 24-hour type of pictures. Yeah. So ICE is basically detaining people. What else? At the immigration hearings. So that's what I wanted to share so people can be aware. Let's see if we have something else here. And I'm taking questions as well. I'm taking questions, by the way. I'm taking questions, immigration related questions only. Let me see what we have here. Okay. Increased report of ICE arrest at immigration court nationwide. This is what's going on. ICE is arresting individuals at their hearings. What are they doing? The ICE attorneys will ask the judge to dismiss the case because the person has been here for less than 2 years. That way, the person will be placed in expedited removal and placed in deportation flights. That's what's happening. Okay. It's currently unclear who's being targeted, but several reports include individuals whose cases were dismissed so that ICE could process them for expedited removal. Example include both represented and unrepresented individual. Okay. Yeah, basically, if that's what they're doing. What else I want to see here? If there's another news. Okay, so late breaking for the what is saying about the budget reconciliation. Okay, let me share my screen first of all so I can show you what I mean by that. Okay. It says what to do if someone have entered without inspection, have TPS, and have I-130 approved. Are they arriving alien? If you need to watch my previous video, if the person is arriving alien, and they were parole in terms of how the case law is basically defining parole, then the person can adjust status with USCIS directly if they're arriving alien. Arriving alien, and if they were parole. Okay. Yeah, you need to watch Stevenson Diaz. You need to watch my latest video, the one that I just posted today. You might understand that. If you don't, then you're gonna have to schedule a consultation. Okay. Okay, I wanted to show you this one. This is the latest, one of the latest immigration news. Okay, impact of 2025 congressional budget process on immigration. Remember we talked about there's a bill that will require people to basically pay asylum fees, $1,000, and I guess appeal will be, you have to pay for appeal as well. If you asylum get denied, you're gonna have to appeal it. You have to pay for appeal fees, which is gonna be like $800, I believe, and the work permits be like $550, only for 6 months. So that's the bill. They're trying to information on budget reconciliation. So that's the bill. Okay. Everybody's criticizing the bill, but that's the bill. That's they're trying to introduce on they're trying to introduce it by September 30th. That's the bill. I want to go to another news. Let me show you another news. The Trump Gold Card site will be launching within a week. It's the El Salvador deportation flight all over again, but this time to South Sudan. So now they're deporting people to South Sudan. Should depend on the keep him where he is. Garcia is still there. Keep him where he is. Yeah, so let me stop right here first and see if we have questions. It wasn't parole. Even the parole that we talked about on my latest case, then there's nothing they will do. If the person's not parole, there's nothing you can do. You're gonna have to be parole in order to try to adjust status. Yeah. If the person is not parole, then there's really no hope. Usually what people do is if the person is not in removal, they file for I-601, or they'll go outside on TPS and travel document, then to be paroled back. If they have valid TPS and travel document, go out, come parole back, or they file the I-601A waiver if they're not in removal proceedings in order to go out and to cancel the processing. Other than that, you just stuck with I-130 approval. That's it. Do you think they will, if the person has a U visa, even if they enter without inspection, there's a waiver for that when it comes to U visa. And jurisdiction is with USCIS for adjustment of status. When their visa becomes available, because U visa, you wait on the line. Even if the U visa is approved, you still wait on the line to adjust status. So when the visa becomes available for adjustment of status, they can adjust directly with USCIS without going to reopen their case, terminate removal proceedings, because the jurisdiction for U visa adjudication of adjustment of status is with USCIS. That's the good thing about U visa, if a person has been ordered removed. So yeah, that person who is applying for U visa, I don't think they should fear, because U visa, it's almost treated as a deferred action, so they should be fine. Yeah, I think they should be fine. What is 237H waiver? Oh my gosh, I don't know. I have to check. Presently, I want dependent. Okay. 37 waiver. I believe it's the waiver of which waiver of one waiver. I think it's the waiver of fraud. I think it's the waiver of fraud for lawful permanent resident. Yeah, that's the waiver of lawful fraud for lawful permanent resident. Like, let's say the person has a green card, and now because of fraud, they find them inadmissible to the United States. Then they can apply for the 237 A1H waiver. Yeah, that applies to lawful permanent resident, that type of waiver. Yeah, the person can do if they have a valid travel document. But nowadays people are afraid to travel because, you know, people get stuck outside regardless green card. People are just afraid. But under right circumstances, that person has to go out with their travel document and valid TPS and valid travel document. And when they come back, they will have admission under, you know, parole. They will be parole. And now, if they happen to be in removal proceedings, again, they have to terminate removal proceeding first. Then adjust status with USCIS. If they're not in removal proceeding, that's better. They adjust status directly. Okay. Yeah, nowadays nobody wants to travel because of what's going on. You know, you might get there and stay there. That's why people are afraid to travel. You know, people, the TPS thing, we did it a lot here. We a lot of people got their removal proceeding terminated because they were able to go out and come back. So we did TPS thing a lot on my. I handle a lot of TPS holders with, to terminate the removal proceedings. I don't know if at that time the person didn't have their thing, but that's what we did. We did a lot of those TPS, So yeah, let's see who else has a question. I'm just looking at to see if we have I'm just trying to see if we have I'm just trying to see if we have more news. That's why you see me looking like this. Okay. Yeah, that's why it's scary. Yeah, he should have done it before Trump, Now everybody's scared, so it's just up to the person to decide, you know what I mean? So Mamadou, hi, what do you mean refresh in case? Refresh. I don't understand that sentence. Yeah, Mamadou, I did not understand that sentence at all. Have an asylum case pending on your sister or your sister. Is there something you can? No, there's nothing you can do because once you have an asylum pending, you already overstay. And even if your sister applied for you, first of all, it takes like 10 years for that petition for the visa of that petition to become available so that you can adjust status. And by the time you already overstay unlawful present in the United States, pretty much nothing you can do about it. Yeah, you're just gonna have I-130 approved, but nothing to do with it. You know what I mean? So that's why, yeah, it just doesn't matter at that point. It's matter for people who are lawfully present or people who are outside of the United States. Those type of visas for siblings type of stuff. Yeah, let me see if I find another news. Yeah, we're just trying to find news. The bad news is just taking people from airport from immigration hearings. Okay, let me just give me one moment. Let me see if there's any news. Yeah, Trump is going to be launching his golden green card, I guess next week. Okay. Yeah, let's see on USCIS. And someone who's applying for US citizenship, they happen to have a crime and at larceny, that was theft crime. So they went to the US citizenship and then they got arrested. And you know, with larceny crime, theft crime nowadays, it's mandatory detention. So nothing to do about that one. So what about people, those people who are be here less than 2 years? Those are the people that ICE is targeting in hearing, court hearing. If you've been here for less than 2 years, ICE is really targeting you at the court hearing. So they're asking the judge to dismiss the case, and once the judge dismisses the case, then they place you in expedite removal and in a flight to deportation. You see, so those are the people ICE is targeting at hearings. So those are the people ICE is targeting at those hearings. And I'm like, yeah, that's just what it is. You're welcome, Bob. You're welcome. Mam Hamadu. I didn't understand your question. So can I-130 be expired? Yeah. That's what they do. They will say they will revoke it, but you can reinstate it. So hi, hey, how are you? Minik Kabeya, how are you? So just wait. Yeah, you just wait for your appeal. That's it. There's not really nothing much to do. Yeah, there's really nothing much to do. There's pretty much nothing, to be honest, you can do at that point. I listen to you every day. I've learned. Oh, that's nice. That's nice. Nice to hear that. Please like, please share, by the way. Please like, please share. Yeah, there's really nothing you will do. Usually what happens is if a person hasn't applied under the I-130, and then suddenly they file for the green card, that's when they send them a notification that the I-130 has been revoked. At that point, you reinstate. So in other words, if they revoke it, they will let you know anyway. So you at that point you will know what to do to reinstate. At this point, you just stay, you wait, and see what's gonna happen. Hi, Agnes Antangana Veroni. I'm saying it in French, right? I don't know if it's Agnes or Agnes. I'll say Agnes because French speaker. And yes, Verhon Atangana. How are you? Yeah, as I said, you know, there's no really deadlines about it. It's just that if basically the way it works, as I explained, you when it comes time to apply for green card, that's when they will notify you if it has been revoked. Um, if they want to revoke it, you will know. You will know. It happened to one of our clients in Georgia. The I-130 was for 2002, I believe, and another client here in Maryland as well. So at the time she was able to apply for green card, they say it was revoked, but we were able to reinstate it. So it's not really a big deal. I wouldn't be worrying about that until you receive a letter, an actual letter, because they have to notify you. Yeah. So yeah, Stevens. Find the number. What time? The call for consultation. You don't need, if you're calling for consultation, you really don't need to call. You just need to schedule. Because I'm just going to give you the same link. You know what I mean? If the person needs the consultation, they just have to schedule it. This is the consultation link. Yeah, if a person needs a consultation, they just have to schedule it. Because even if you call, I'm still going to send the same consultation link. I'm not talking over the phone without consultation fees. So might as well just schedule the consultation and we can talk. I'm available for the consultation because tomorrow I'm not going to be available. Lawsuit was filed on May 7th. I wouldn't renew it because in order to renew it, you have to get something from the we have to get something from the register notice. They have to publish something. So if you renew at this point, it's just gonna get. I don't want you to waste your money. You just have to wait and see how the lawsuit is going to end, or if they have if they put a stay on it. But regardless, USCIS will publish something. Because if you renew it now without anything being published, you might just waste your money. So if I were you, I'll wait and see. When it comes time to renew, at least USCIS will publish something on their website. You're welcome. Okay, this is it. We're done. We just wanted to talk about this thing that ICE is actually arresting people at the hearings. And they're targeting people who have been here for less than 2 years. That's their goal. Dismissing those cases in removal so that they can have the right to deport the person under expedited removal proceedings. So that's basically what they're doing. But you know, in the midst of it, sometimes they make mistakes and might get somebody who has been here for more than 2 years. That's why people have to have their documentation showing that they've been here for more than 2 years, so that they don't get into this mix of expedite removal kind of thing. So that's what I'm telling you to do. Have all your documents showing that you've been here for more than 2 years, so that you don't get into this ICE trap. No problem, no problem. Just send him the link, okay? No problem. Anyway, so this is it. This is it. I guess we answer all questions. Please like, please share. If anybody needs a consultation, just schedule it. I have 2 videos. One is actually good news for arriving aliens who have a way to adjust with I-130 approval, or if they have a way to apply for I-130, that's a really good news for them. You just watch it until the end to understand what I'm talking about. So, and then tomorrow I'll be posting another video about how to challenge detention. And you can follow me too on TikTok, Instagram. Yeah. Until next time, bye-bye. I just wanted to talk about this specific news.